Sheryl Swoopes just got completely wiped from WNBA broadcasts, and it's not a mystery why. When you spend a year tearing down the league's biggest rising star, there's going to be a price to pay. And now, that bill just came due. Let's talk about what just happened to Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA legend, a Hall of Famer, and now, someone who's been silently erased from the league's 2025 broadcast lineup. Why? Because she chose the wrong side of history when Caitlin Clark entered the league, not with support or constructive analysis, but with pettiness, misinformation, and what looked a lot like pure hate. Swoopes had the perfect opportunity. She could have embraced the Caitlin Clark wave, the biggest name in women's basketball, the most watched player, the energy boost the WNBA desperately needed. Instead, she went on a year-long smear campaign. And now, it's come back to bite her, hard. In 2024, Swoopes didn't just criticize Clark. She tried to discredit her. Claimed she was in her 5th season in college, wrong, it was her 4th. Said she was chucking up 40 shots a game, also wildly false. It was about 22.7, and constantly found a way to downplay her historic performances. Every time Caitlin's name came up, Swoopes acted like it was a burden to even acknowledge her. And fans noticed. So did the league. Let's be real. Swoopes didn't get dropped from broadcasts over one bad take. This was the result of months of subtle digs, dismissive tones, and flat-out inaccuracies. From her infamous interview on Gil's Arena to her awkward hesitancy on Wings broadcasts to even say Clark's name, it became clear this wasn't about basketball anymore. It was personal. The backlash grew. Stephen A. Smith called her out publicly, saying there's no way someone like Sheryl, who knows the game better than most men who ever played, could accidentally forget Caitlin Clark. Nancy Lieberman, a former friend and broadcasting colleague, reportedly confronted Swoopes directly, and when things went left, Nancy replaced her on air. That's how serious it got. And then came the final nail. The Dallas Wings released their 2025 broadcast team. Sheryl Swoopes, not on it. Not just removed from Indiana Fever games, gone completely. The message was clear. The WNBA is building a new era, and there's no room for bitter energy dragging it down. And here's the twist. Now that she's off the air, now Sheryl Swoopes suddenly has praise for Clark. In a recent ESPN segment, she gushed about how much stronger Caitlin's gotten, how impressive Indiana's offseason was, and even called the Fever a championship contender. Fans weren't buying it. Social media exploded with sarcastic comments, side eyes, and "oh now she gets it" reactions. Too little, too late. This isn't the first time Swoopes' professional behavior has raised eyebrows. Back in 2016, as head coach at Loyola University, she was fired after 10 out of 12 players left the program. Players accused her of creating a toxic environment, threatening scholarships, and even manipulating players with medical forms. Wherever Sheryl went, the drama followed. Now, with Clark entering her 2nd season and the Fever building a legitimate super team around her, with stars like Natasha Howard, Dawana Bonner, and a stacked bench, the league is surging forward. While Swoopes watches from the sidelines, the player she doubted most might just be on her way to lifting a trophy. In the end, this wasn't about one player versus another. This was about growth versus gatekeeping. The WNBA is evolving, the fan base is growing, and players like Caitlin Clark are pushing the sport to new heights. Legends who choose to support that, they thrive. Legends who choose to tear it down, they get left behind. So what do you think? Did Sheryl Swoopes deserve to be pulled from the booth? Is this a turning point for the WNBA's media culture? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another deep dive into the biggest stories in basketball.